Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A recent survey shows 86% of international students in Taiwan are willing to stay and work in the country after they graduate. Yvonne Yang has the details.
People from different countries, all in Taiwan for one purpose, to study.
So I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from the Twin Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm here in Taiwan studying in the JMC program.
These are just a few of over 100,000 foreign students in the country. A recent survey done by the Association of International Cultural and Educational Exchange Taiwan says 86% of foreign students in Taiwan are willing to stay and work after graduation. The association collected around 2,000 responses last year.
Well, I'm currently studying journalism and mass communication at Mingtran. I'm thinking about staying to work and maybe network for some while because I do want to stay in the journalism industry. I do want to stay in the news broadcasting or the investigative journalist aspect of it. So I think I will stay. Like, Taiwan has some great places, some great companies, some great connections.
According to the survey, nearly 22% of respondents hope to find employment in a specific field, while a similar number just want to find a job quickly.
Because Taiwan offers a lot of opportunities. Like, while you're in school, companies literally come and recruit you. They see your potential, they see what you can become, and they actually believe in you and basically gives you incentives to stay, which is very attractive to us who are from small developing countries. We basically have a chance to actually build a solid career in an international country.
Taiwan approved a plan in 2023 to attract more international talent by recruiting foreign students. It offers scholarships and industry-academia joint programs, while helping students find places to stay.
Most people said that they would like to stay and work in Taiwan for long term. We have a great opportunities, like job opportunities, because we do need a lot of international students to help out. Yeah, so I guess that there are many things that we can attract students to come.
With this new policy, the government aims to attract 320,000 foreign students by 2030, with 210,000 of them willing to stay and work after graduation.
积极的去整合一些毕业之后的就业机会，我相信这对于说留下这一些优秀的外国学生来讲是相当有帮助的。
By offering scholarships, opportunities, and benefits, Taiwan may have the power to compete for foreign talent from around the world. Chris Ma, Sandy Chi, and Yvonne Yang for TaiwanPlus.
$150. That's how much Taiwan's national pension system guarantees people per month once they hit age 65. But for elderly people who depend on this money for their livelihood, the sum is not enough to even meet their basic needs. Leslie Liao reports.
Mr. Chen is in his 70s and battling cancer. He not only has to shoulder hefty medical expenses, but he's on the hook for his day-to-day spending. For him, basic human needs like safety are a luxury. There's a gas canister right in the middle of his living room, which doubles as a kitchen. Mr. Chen is one of 45,000 low-income elderly people in Taiwan who depend solely on the country's national pension for survival. Every month, the government pays out roughly $150 to him, which isn't even enough to cover his monthly rent. Mr. Chen constantly needs to look for roommates to make his living expenses more manageable.
Over
in northern Taiwan's Taoyuan City, Ms. Chiu lives in similar circumstances. Though she has family, she can't bring herself to ask for help. Often, she has to rely on the kindness of others.
Like
Mr. Chen, Ms. Chiu depends completely on Taiwan's national pension for income. Though it helps, it certainly isn't enough. And she's grown disheartened with the program that was once supposed to be her social safety net. In 2008, Taiwan passed a law establishing the national pension. This program offers unemployed people who are at least 25 years old to buy into a policy that guarantees them payments after they hit age 65. The program was originally established with people who do not benefit off Taiwan's other public sector or labor insurance programs in mind. But the program faces several issues. In 2023, nearly 3 million people were part of the national pension, but less than half of people it covered could pay the premium. Some of those covered are low-income households who are barely scraping by and can't afford to shell out for the program. Social workers like Lin Wanzhen, who works for the pension program, are all too familiar with this issue.
一般的话，原则上都是无理缴纳的比较多。
Others are concerned that the pension just isn't a good use of government resources in the current economy.
现在经济那么差，对不对？嘿啊，你这边也缴，那边也缴，对啊，压力会相对的会更大。可是你要想，你现在缴，以后币会贬值，对啊，那你想你回来的跟你现在缴的会成正比吗？或许是不太可能。
With money not flowing into the national pension system and payments barely covering the expenses of those who need the help, reform is badly needed. Otherwise, the program's dependents, Taiwan's taxpayers, and government will continue to bear the brunt. Klein Wong and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Rescue workers in Taiwan are working to save lives with the rising rate of accidents in the country's mountains. Irene Ling has the story.
Traveling into the wilderness to save lives. Mountain rescue teams in Taiwan's central and eastern counties are used to responding to emergencies in demanding conditions.
因为大部分的山友都会往花莲的地方来做一个行进的一个路线，所以常常在这个路径里面发生意外。
To access mountains in central Taiwan, rescue teams from Hualien County on the east coast often use trailheads in neighboring Nantou County. The problem is, it can take as much as 7 hours to drive to where they're going, and to go on foot is not a viable option when lives are on the line.
如果说我们直接由县内走路上能高越岭的话，可能耗费的时间可能要4、5天以上。
Government figures say mountain rescue calls have risen in the past decade, peaking at 454 in 2020. Almost all the people who called for help were found. But with the rising number of incidents, rescuers say they're having trouble responding quickly, and they need help from neighboring counties.
可以一下子都透过他们的指挥中心，可不可以请你们调派相关人员来做支援？所以机制都存在的。
As Taiwan opens up more trails to hikers, the country's rescue workers continue to stay alert and ready, while hoping fewer people need their services. Patrick Chen and Irene Lin for TaiwanPlus.
Fingerprints are used for a variety of things, from unlocking your smartphone to helping solve crimes. But recent scientific breakthroughs have added another potential use of these identifying markers to the list: detecting cancer. Leslie Liao has more details.
One of the best ways to prevent cancer is regular screening. But some detection methods can be complex or invasive. For example, testing for the most common type of cancer, breast cancer, involves mammograms or biopsy. But new research indicates that it may be possible to detect the disease with a single fingerprint. The key? Indicators found in test subjects' sweat.
Sweat contains a lot of different molecules, but what we're interested in is proteins. What we do, in effect, is detecting those proteins, and the different levels of expression of those proteins, the different patterns of expression, tell us whether a patient has a benign pathology or has early cancer.
Dr. Francesca specializes in forensic science and has been using fingerprints to help with criminal investigations. But her research has shown that these methods can also be used to detect breast cancer. All that's required is a fingerprint and a bit of help from AI.
We use artificial intelligence to make sense of those mass spectrometry data.
Though the research is promising, Francesca still encourages women to opt for traditional mammograms and biopsies, currently the most reliable options. But she's hopeful that breast cancer detection could one day be just a finger swipe away. John Su and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching today's What's Up Taiwan. Finally, check out this Miffy exhibition happening in Kaohsiung. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.